guys, what's going on? It's Bikini Gamer here. Hope everybody's having an awesome day today. So on today's video, it's gonna be like a scary story kind of thing, or like a creepy story. Something that happened to me last week. And it's really weird because I like to watch like scary stories like on YouTube and stuff. But I don't know, I don't really have any on my own, so I could never really, tell you guys anything. But this actually happened to me last week. So basically it starts with my friend. He actually signed up to go to the Navy and he's going to be leaving this week. So last week I called all my friends and we had to get together for him because it's basically going to be the last time that we're going to be hanging out with him. And everybody came. We had a really good time. We played Smash Brothers. We got pizza. We were playing like Yu-Gi-Oh! Some of them were playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I wasn't because I don't know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! But it was just really fun overall. And basically it was already like, I don't know, 12:30 or so, maybe close to 1 o'clock, and everybody already left, and it was just my friend Dell. I usually play with him, you guys may know him, and my friend Louise, the one that's leaving. And I was like, hey, you guys want to go catch Pokemon? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So me, my safe self, I'm like, hey, let's go to this park that's like, people are always there. It's kind of like a big neighborhood, and it's connected to like stores or like establishments with like, little restaurants and like shops and ice cream places and stuff like that. And it's like a big grass area with like kind of they have like a few kind of statues there and stuff like that. And it's a really safe area. There's actually a police station across from the park, so it's like 15 minutes away from my house. And I was like, no, let's go to that creepy park that's next to your house. I'm like, no, right? Because it's already like pretty late and I just didn't want to do that. But everybody's like, yeah, let's go. So I'm like, fine, let's go there. So finally, we end up taking Dell's car because my car is only for 2 people. So I couldn't, we're 3 people. I couldn't take my car. So we end up going to this park. But the way it goes is like, I live off this road and it'll be like right here. The park is right here, right? And there's a light. And then there's an intersecting road right here. If you go for about maybe half a mile, there's a gas station right here. And we parked in that gas station, then we crossed the street. And basically we're trying to get to the trails in the park, right? But there's this subdivision next to this, there's this little trail that has to do with this little, like, I guess subdivision. There's a little neighborhood that's next to the trail. And then after we walk for about 5 to 10 minutes on this little trail next to the subdivision, we make a left in this middle like grass area, kind of like middle of the woods kind of thing. We keep walking for about 5 minutes, and then finally we can get to the trail that's located in the park where we want to be. So we end up doing all that. We park at the gas station. We go to this little paved trail. We go to the left. We go through the grass area. Then we finally get to the trail. At this point, I had really low battery. I mean, maybe I had 25% to 20% or so. And everybody's phone was kind of on the same thing. I mean, everybody had a little bit more battery than me, but not as much, maybe 30% or something like that. So we made a deal, and I said, like, hey, first of all, I brought a flashlight just in case, because you can't see anything through there. And it's also a taser, so, you never know. So I'm like, first of all, my phone's about to die. How about we just do this till my phone dies? Plus, my flashlight isn't charged because it's a taser, so I have to charge it. So after that, we keep walking, and my phone ends up dying. Eventually, after some time, maybe it's already like 2 o'clock at this point, maybe 2:30, I'm not sure. So the point is that we keep walking, and I tell Dell and my friend Louise, I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and head back. My phone already died. And they're like, okay, let's go. So we start heading back, and then Louise's phone is about to die as well. It's pretty low battery. So we finally get to the, like, I guess kind of like the end of the trail where we kind of came off to that little grass, or we started from the little grass, and then we go into the little grass, and then Louise's phone dies, and we can continue, and then we head to the little paved road, or the paved, I guess, trail or whatever that's next to that neighborhood. So we can finally head back to the car. So we just keep walking and walking, and we're literally about to reach the end of the little trail, and finally we are getting to the light so we can cross the street. When we finally cross the street, we're kind of walking around the grass in the gas station so we can finally get to the parking spot, to the car, right, and go home. And we hear this whistle, right? And it was just like the weirdest thing. It was like, it's not like a whistle like somebody's like hitting on you. It's like a weird type of different whistle. And at this time, I mean, it's like 2:30, almost 3 o'clock. There's nobody around. Like, there's only subdivisions. There's no bars. There's no really like establishments or anything like that. So I just thought it was super creepy, and we all looked at each other and we're like, "Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Yes, like let's dip right now, right?" And since I guess since I rode in the front seat in the beginning, and Dell's car, it's like he has a two-door kind of car, and then you push the seat, like the front seat over, and then the person kind of climbs in the back seat. My friend, he's like really big and muscular, and I'm like, get in there, Luis, like, you know, pushing him in there, because I'm like, I want to leave, like this is creepy, like I don't want to die today. So finally we get in the car and we just freaking leave, and then we just thought it was super creepy. But the thing about this is that
Oh, baby, a triple!
about a month ago, maybe like 2 months ago, I heard this story. It's this guy that had always heard this whistle when he was growing up, and he always hears it, and he thinks it's like really weird. Until finally he actually caught it on tape, like you could hear it on whenever he's recording, like the whistle, right? And it was the same whistle that I heard that night. So I tell them about the story. So I actually did a little bit of research after I read about the story or heard about it on YouTube. And it has to do with this legend. It's from Venezuela. And you can even look it up. It's called the Whistler, or El Silbador, or El Silbón. El Silbón, yeah. So the story goes like this. It's basically a family that has a son. The mom, I don't know what happened. I don't know if she cheats on the dad or something like that, right? So the dad ends up killing the mom because I guess he thinks that the mom is cheating. The son walks in and he sees his mom, that she's been murdered, and obviously he's like, what the hell? So he kills the dad. The grandpa ends up finding out about what his grandson has done, and he gets him and he ties him to a tree and he whips him like crazy, just like intense punishment, right? And the kid's obviously bleeding or whatever, and they boil water and they throw it on him, so I guess to like wash off like the blood or something. And then the dogs, like they let some dogs loose that have like rabies, and I guess they obviously killed the kid, you know, with the wounds and stuff that he's bleeding. And now he's just like kind of like a mourning ghost, or he's just like, I don't know, like ghosting around and stuff. I don't know much about ghosts. So the point is that whenever, and I guess this guy, the guy that died, since he died like that, they call him El Silbón, which is the whistler if you translate it in English. So when you hear this whistle really close, that means that the ghost or whatever is really far away. But when you hear him pretty far away, like you can barely hear him, but you can still hear the whistle, that means that he's really close. And I guess the only thing that would kind of make him go away, it's like dogs barking or stuff like that. I guess because he kind of died like that, you know? And I just thought it was the creepiest thing. I'm like, dude, it was the same whistle from that video that I watched from that guy complaining that, he's like, I hear this whistle all the time. So I'm like, what the heck? It was so creepy. And it wasn't like I was just by myself and I'm like, maybe I'm just going crazy, you know? No, I was with friends and they heard it as well. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm never going there again. Just kidding, I might go there again. Anyways, but yeah, guys, I don't know if you have heard about this story. If you haven't, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, and Snapchat at BikiniGamer99. And as always, game on. Ciao!